The cherry, the scent that it puts off and the visual you get from it makes women amorous. So I'm just warning you.
We'll put her to the test.
Today, and in the wood yard, it's shackle replacement day. On the trailer, here we go. So a while ago, you saw me replace one of the sets of shackles that was on the trailer. Or did I do two? One set. There's one on each side. And I got the worst ones off. I'm going to take you over here. I'll show you the ones that I replaced, how bad it was. I got them sitting over here on my ledge because they're like trophies. This is how bad they were. That one and this one. So you can see they were really bad. And I had to cut the bolts off because I could not free them up. I tried everything. But this time I brought in reinforcements. I went and I bought myself some Freol, which is a can of penetrating oil for guarantee. It says it's guaranteed to free nuts and bolts. We'll see what happens. I squirted a little bit on just now, right onto this shackle right here. I'm gonna replace this one. This was the other one that I replaced, and I got that side over there to do. Now, on this side here, when I replaced them, I put the old bushings back in. They were all wore out. And I went and bought some brand new ones. I got a whole set of 8 of them here. And they're not cheap. They're like a couple bucks a piece. So I got those. So I'm going to take these bolts off. And I'm going to put the new bushings on inside. Put that back in. And I'm going to try to loosen these up. If I can't get them, I got my grinder right here. I went and I bought a thin wheel. Because all I had was the big one before. The thick one. And which got it off. But that's all I had. So now I got a smaller one. Thinner one. So I'll be able to cut them off. So it's time to get to work. So I'm going to see if I can put some of this Freol on these here. See if I can loosen these up, because I'll do this side a little later. So that's the stuff, Freol. There it is. Got a bunch on there. A little bit more. Won't hurt. There. I got a bunch on there, and I already did the other side. So now we're going to try to loosen them up this side over here that I put on a few minutes ago. See if I can loosen them. So for you safety folks, look at that. I've got the brace in place. I'm not going to die today. Sorry about that. So I got the wrenches on there and I already reefed on them, and it doesn't look like they want to budge. I'm going to give it one more try. Okay, let's see what I got. I got it up against the tire. Oh yeah, there. They are not going to budge. Let's try the other one. Oops. Nope. Not gonna budge. I'll just cut them off. It'll be faster now that I got the right size wheel. So we're gonna do some cutting because I could not get it to budge. So I'm gonna switch this around to the other side. And I'm gonna hack this top one off and see what happens here. Definitely cuts easier with a thinner wheel. You guys are right. That's what I had last time. So anyway, that one's off. I'll punch that one through. Okay, let's see if we can punch this one through to the other side. Oh yeah. It's moving slowly. It doesn't want to release from the shackle on the other side over here because it's got a knurled edge or grooved edge, so it's kind of gripping. So. That shackle's actually not too bad. But I'm gonna place all of them. There, that one's off. This shackle's not bad either. One that I just cut off. You can see it's actually not that bad. It's starting to oblong a little bit right there, but not too terrible. That's okay. We'll get them all off and get the new ones on. Now let's see if I can pound that other one out. We'll see. Looks like it's got a lot of pressure on it already. There we go. She's out. Freedom. So here you can see the bushings wore all the way through, and the shackle's not too terrible either, actually. I mean, the holes are oblonged. You can see they're not terrible though. I mean, it's not to the point where they're going to bust like the other one was. So there's that. Okay, so now I can try to slap the new ones in. I can't get stuck that bad. There we go. That bushing's out. Convince them. There we go. And then take this bushing out. There you go. Another bushing bites the dust. Should just slide in. There, good. I didn't even have to talk nasty to it. So then this should just slide in. This side. You have to pound them in because it's got this knurled edge here so that it bites on the other side, so it's kind of locking it in place. So that's why I have to pound them in from the other side. So I can put some nuts on. These are going extremely hard because they are. That's the wrong size. I got to get the other size. So they're both through. I'll put the shack on. Looks like the shackle's a little. I mean the bushings on the inside a little longer than they need to be. Hope I don't have to trim them off. I think I can just crush it on. It's just narrow. All right, finally. Now I can get to cranking these on. Next one. It would be nice if I had that impact wrench. I could just get it on. But this is working. It's slower. That's the one. There. Those are on. Awesome. One set down, third to go. I'd rather be throwing wood, or cutting wood, or stacking wood. A lot of you that have watched me before know I am not a mechanic, don't claim to be a mechanic, don't want to be a mechanic. This is like my least favorite thing to do. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to jack up this whole assembly here. And it should swing over enough that I can get the shackle on. This might be a little tricky here because it might shoot out on me here. We'll see what happens. Looks like it's going to work if I can keep grip on it. Just got to get it close enough for the shackle. That looks pretty darn close already. Okay, let's see what we can do now with how close we got to be here. So I'm going to put the bushing in here. And we're going to put a bushing in right here. Bushing on each side. Now I'm going to put a shackle in here on this side. Oh, that's going to work perfectly. Yeah, that worked just enough to jack that up so that I could get that shackle in there. So I should be able to swing this up. Oh, just like a glove. Just like a glove. This time I'm going to remember to put the shackle on this side. No, it's just almost. Gotta go a little bit tighter here. So one more little touch and it should fit. Come on. I know you wanna. Just get in there. I gotta go a little bit more. Oh, let's see what happens. Oh, once again, like a glove. This is not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. I thought this was going to be a hours-long event. I might have this whole thing done in less than an hour. Well, of course, I'm not done yet. You never know what you're going to run into. As you know, when you do mechanical work, it's always something. Just like Roseanne and Dan always used to say. It's always something. Yeah, these nuts they don't go on real easy there. I don't know how to explain it. I'm sure you mechanic guys would know. They're made to not spin on. They're like super tight. It's like undersized or offset or something. I don't know what it is, but they just do not go on easily. Okay, now I'm gonna see if I can crank this baby on. Do this one a little bit so they're evened up a little. So around this side over here, these I'll show you here. These knurls that are on here are just starting to go into the hole there, so they got to be pounded in because otherwise they don't want to go. So I'm just gonna give this some taps here and see if I get it to convince it to go in. The rust is falling. They're now seated all the way, and now I can tighten these up. I shouldn't even need a wrench because they're biting now. So. There, that was in. Look at that. Shackles. So there they are. Brand spanky new shackles, bushings, and bolts and nuts. All new. Now the other side, over there, I gotta do that one next. Is not done. So I got one side all done. It wasn't that hard actually. So with my limited skills, I was able to do it. So if I can do it, a child could do it. Probably a 4-year-old. Because that's about my skill level. So that is done. And when I was at the shop getting the bushings, I asked the guy, I noticed some of the bolts, like over on this side over here, some were facing one way and some were facing the other way. And on here it was the same thing, but it was the opposite on this side. So I asked him, I said, does that matter which way the bolts go in if the nut is on the inside or nut's on the outside? He said, it doesn't matter. He said they're going to be all different. He said it just depends on the factory when they put them together, so it doesn't matter. So I got all mine going the same direction now on this side anyway. Okay, we're now on the other side, and I jacked up the spring just a little bit here, so I'm going to cut this side off first and then pop that out and then switch it up that way. So I think that's the order I need to do. There's one. There. Couldn't see anything. My glasses are all fogged up. That sucked. Yeah, I cut a bad angle on that one. I couldn't even see. This one was good. I got it nice and flush. But yeah, this side's not bad at all, actually. But I'm replacing them. I might as well do them all. I know this side is good. The outside over there is way worse. And the outside on that one, too, is really bad. I can see by the height of it. Here, I'll take you guys off so you can see just by looking here. So you can see this shackle's not too terribly bad as far as the wear on it, but see how much lower this one is in here? I don't know if the camera will even focus that close, but this one's wore down quite a bit more. I'll turn this around. So you can see there, it's kind of getting much closer to the top, and this one too, but this one's much worse over here on that side. So glad that I'm getting them replaced. So I'll punch those out and we'll slap some new ones in. Oh, look at that. Slicker and greased all done. Here, I'll show you this one. I can hold it up. So you can see this one here is wore pretty good. It's got an oblong going to it. The other side is definitely worse. I don't want to touch it because I know it's pretty dang hot from grinding here. It's still steaming, so there you go. Here's the other side. So that's the outside part of that one. You can see how oblong that is. So it's good they're getting replaced. There you go. Okay, so now I just got to get the bushings out and I can slap this one in place. Got a fancy tool here for this, as you can see. It's just a piece of rod that I have. And that bushing wasn't too bad. So I can grab it here if I can get in there. It's wore through there. You can see it's wore through. So the other side was definitely worse. So the driver's side, or inside lane, was definitely worse. Okay, so we'll pop the other one out here. That one popped out easy. This one, as you can see, is wore through pretty good too. So now I'm going to put the new kit together here. So what I want to do is come from the outside with this one. And the other one, because I want my nuts to be like the other side, where I got the nut on the inside, so that's the plan anyway. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to tap these in. Oh, that worked really good. That's the deal here. Why are you being that way? Well, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the bushing in first, and then put the nut in, the bolt. Okay, I'm not left-handed. Yeah, this one just slides freely. It must wear more on this. Just a smidge. There we go. And get on there. I know you want to. Oh, it's got a little nice from where I was hitting it there. I got a little bit of a bad spot on the there. I got it just started a little bit. There. I don't know if I can squeeze this one together. The other one will come together too. Okay, before we go any further, I'm going to tap this one in a little here. My back is actually more tired doing this than lifting wood because I've been bent over the whole time here. All right, we're gonna go to the other one for a while. Spray on this next one here for quite a while now. I'll see if I can loosen one of these up. I doubt it though. The guy told me, well, both places I went, they said, yeah, you gotta cut them off. Oh my gosh, this one might actually come off. Oh, it is. Holy smokes. Huh. Yep, that is 7/8. Let's see if this one will loosen up. It'd be a miracle if they both come off. Oh my gosh, I think it's gonna come. Yes. A little bit at a time. Going easy, but it's going off. That's always fun when you drop a wrench, isn't it? Well, look at that. Well, that stuff that I put on there definitely freed it up. Looks to me like it eats the rust. So look at that. I got the other one off. Sweet. You know, I can pound these through and then put the other nuts on, or bolts, or both, or all of it. Okay, let's see if I can pound this one out. Whole thing's gonna drop when I do. Well, I could put a chunk of wood in there. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab a chunk of wood, or 2, or 10. See what I got here. Yeah. Pound these in, maybe I can wedge it enough. Yes, I can. Except now you guys can't see anything. You're not missing much. I don't really know what I'm doing, so it's not like you're gonna learn anything from me. All you're gonna see is a struggle to survive. Look at that. Yeah, these aren't bad at all, this side. Hardly anywhere at all. I mean, there's a little oblong to them. See by how the bolts move, and not bad at all actually. So this I'll keep for a spare. Let's get to pound out the bushings here. There's one. There we go. Success. All right, we're in the home stretch. I'm actually excited. I can almost see the end. Oh, yeah, this is going in nicely. Tight, but not too tight. I like it. Okay, so this one might just slide right in. Or not. Let's just see. Yep. That bushing went in really nice. Can't quite get it with my fingers. That looks pretty good. This will be the hard one because this tire is in the way. Yeah, I'm going to try to tap it in, but I don't want to ruin that bushing. Oh, it's gonna clear just barely. Yes. So far, this has been the easiest one. Okay, now look at I'm gonna remember to do this time. I'm gonna put the shackle on. Look at that, just slides right in and out of there. Yeah, these bolts slide really nice. Just gonna give them a little tap here. Just as long as I can get a little thread sticking out, I can get the nut started. So thanks to
Some of you that watched my first attempt to when I replaced the really bad shackles, shackle on that one side, you guys gave me some, dang it. You guys gave me some really good tips as far as like this chunk of wood underneath the spring here to hold it. I didn't think of that. That was one of you that said, "Hey, try a chunk of wood," and you were right. It works. All right. Socket set that I have was my father-in-law's that I got when he passed away, and he was a machinist, so it's been used a lot. It's not a great set, but it works. Okay, I got that one started, and I'll go on this one a bit. All right. I'm ready to reef now. Brace yourself, Ethel. Hey, that'd be a good name for this trailer, wouldn't it? Ethel. It would fit. Big, rusty, crusty. Sorry if your name is Ethel. Success! That. New shackles, new bolts, new shackles, new bolts. There is the carnage on the ground on both sides. We got carnage over here. We got carnage everywhere. I kind of like carnage. That was not fun, but it's done. I'm glad to have it done. And now I just got to clean up my mess. So, first of all, I've got to say to those of you that watched and noticed when I lubricated the trailer, I know it was like a couple, 4 weeks ago. It was a long time ago now. And you noticed that my shackles were getting worn, especially the ones that I took off first. And I never even noticed because I've never had a dump trailer before, so I didn't know to look. But, this is what we started with the bad one, the really bad one. And here's the other side of that same one, how bad that was. So you can see they were nasty. And so the new ones are on. And thanks to you guys, I didn't end up by the side of the road with a trailer all smashed and busted up because a shackle broke on me. So thanks for letting me know. I'm learning a lot from you guys. That's one thing that people don't realize when you have a YouTube channel. Everybody thinks that you know everything they know, but when you got literally thousands, tens of thousands of people every day telling you stuff, they're going to know more than you know, and I'm learning a lot from you guys, stuff that I never knew. Like I say, I'm not a mechanic, but now I know how this works. Now I'll know to check them once in a while. And I bought some liquid wrench lube here, so I'm going to go through. I bought some of this because Tony said get some of this. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to lubricate all the leaf springs. I'm going to lubricate all the joints, everything, everywhere there's contact. I already put a bunch of grease in, spots like that. Like down here I greased. I rubbed a bunch of grease in here and in there. And then down on these contact points where it pivots, I put a bunch of grease on both sides. But now I'm going to go in with this. I'm going to hit all those spots again, and we're going to lubricate it right now. Okay, so here it goes. We're going to throw some in here. Just hit the snot out of it. Just going to lubricate everything I can hit that's a part that moves, that pivots, that has some flex to it. We're going to hit everything in here. We're going to go in here. We're going to go right in here, just hit all these. I'm just going to hit everything. Of course, I'm going to hit these. Everywhere that there's a pivot point or a metal on metal contact, I'm gonna hit as much as I can. I'll throw some back in here. Liquid wrench and grease together. It's got to be good. It's got to be good. I'll go to the other side. Oh yeah, I might as well hit these too while I'm here. This I did grease, but see there's a zerk there that I already hit, but a little more, it's not going to hurt anything. All right. This is fun. This is the part I like. I don't mind. Let's go in here. So the carnage for today is complete. Everything is lubricated. All of the shackles and all the nuts, everything's in place. The trailer is now healed and is ready to go. And Andy just pulled up. There he is. And he wants some wood, so we're going to load it up right now. So Andy's here. He is someone that watches the channel. You just followed me recently.
I did.
And you wanted some cherry because you want to do some smoking, or you just want some cherry?
Fireplace, actually.
Oh, fireplace,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. We, the wife and I bought a house with a fireplace, and we just wanted to, I've heard that it smells so good.
It smells good, burns easy. Yeah, it's really nice wood. You'll like it a lot.
Yep.
Everything burns good. Now my logger says that the cherry, the scent that it puts off and the visual you get from it makes women amorous. So I'm just warning you.
We'll put her to the test.
So anyway, and the other reason we're kind of talking a little bit here is you recently bought a wood miser.
I did. Yep.
And so we were talking that he's starting to do some lumber, so I'm going to be going to his place and we're doing some sawing and some logs, so that'll be kind of cool.
Yes.
And you live on a property, have access to a property where you've got lots of trees.
Yes.
And there's a lot of trees blowing down, so.
Yep, some storm damage. That's kind of my winter project, is to get that stuff out and get it so it doesn't get full of dirt so much.
Yeah,
with
that's the best time to cut is in the winter.
Exactly.
Keep it clean.
No bugs, too.
No bugs, yes. And when you work and you feel good because it's cool out. So,
Yep.
Well, let's get this loaded up then.
Alrighty.
So
Sounds
we're just going to peel this back. Just take this top row and just throw those in. And we'll peel this back. I just covered this like yesterday or the day before because I knew we were going to be getting some snow. So,
Yep.
and I got these. I get billboard. That's what these are, billboard signs.
Yeah.
Excellent tarps. Have you ever gotten those for any farm stuff at all?
No.
Oh, they're
no,
just
I
excellent.
Definitely need to look into it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely. I love that sound. Dry.
That's because it's, you like that sound? It's the sound of dry wood, yeah. Yeah, a lot of people that know firewood, when they hear it, when it hits the ground like cement, when you unload it off of a trailer, they're like, wow, no, that's dry wood. Because I'll have guys that will come out like first-time customers and they'll be like, is your wood really dry? And say, yes, it is. You can look at it before I dump it. I carry a moisture meter and everything so I can test it if they really want to know. And usually the first thing they do is they come up, they go like this. I'll grab a couple pieces like this, and they'll go, it's dry. They're like, just unload it. And most people that know, when you look at it, you can tell. You can see the cracked edges. You can see it's weathered. You can lift it. You can tell. Don't matter what kind of wood it is. You generally can tell if it's dry or not.
Yep.
But everything I have is pretty much a year old before I sell it.
I know my dad with his outdoor day, make a joke about it with the popple and stuff, that it can be half rotten. If you can lift it and fit it through the door,
It'll burn.
It'll burn.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. The only bad thing is a lot of people don't realize if it's not really dry, you're only getting a smaller percentage of heat from it because you're boiling all that water off of it.
Right.
So even if you have a wood boiler, it's still good to have it be dry.
Seasoned up.
Yeah. And this stuff is split to the size so that it works really well for fireplaces.
Yeah.
Because I've found that in most homes, it's the lady of the house that's running the fire. And you don't want to have too big of pieces.
Right.
Unless she can beat you up, then I guess she can handle the bigger chunks.
I need to work on the lady lighting the fire.
Oh yeah? See, at my house, my wife just says, bring me more wood. And if I go to make a fire, she says, what are you doing? That's my job.
He says, your job is to bring the wood. I'm like, okay.
If she sees this on YouTube, she'll probably smack me too.
Well, maybe you deserve a little smacking. We all do.
Probably.
I'm going to try to not break your window.
Yeah.
I get yelled at all the time by guys that watch the channel because I don't have a rack in the back.
Oh, yep.
And I throw wood in all the time. And I always say, you know, I've been doing this for 50 years. I haven't broke one yet. But one of these days it'll happen and then everybody's going to be laughing at me. Yep. Okay, so we got Andy's wood loaded up. It's a load of cherry. His wife is going to like it, hopefully a lot. And so that's it for today, folks. I got my trailer done. We got the wood done. Andy's going to take off. I'm going home. That's it for today. You're done. And tomorrow, I'm going to be back in the wood yard. You should come back. It'll be fun because there's a place to be. Between now and then, get outside, get cutting. So what'd you think of today?
Best job I ever had.
And who are you going to say goodnight to?
Good night, Irene.
There you go.